Tarragon Caper Butter, and let me tell you, this smell, that delicious smell that just, came out as I opened the lid here, I just can't wait to get started. Make this Tarragon Caper Butter, and so I've got some butter already softened and portioned out here, to which I'm just going to add a few little things. And so while I'm doing this, Allison, you go ahead and...
Yeah, well, we'll tell you a little bit about our seafood. So each month we generally have a shrimp and a fish dish. We change between haddock and bassa and tilapia. And those two, the seafood items, they are a frozen protein. Basically where we are, we're not going to get fresh from the sea.
Unfortunately.
So it is flash frozen, and really typically that's keeping all the nutrients that you need from the fish instead of it disappearing when it's thawing and so forth. So generally what we have is that the seafood is bagged on its own, and when we're portioning in the back, we're obviously sanitizing between, using gloves and so forth. But when you're actually at the station, the haddock itself or the seafood's not going to be coming out of its bag like we did with the chicken breast. So if there's any concern with a shellfish allergy, and you're possibly working beside, so there's a beef dish beside the shellfish recipe, that cross-contamination and possibility of an allergen is very limited. And just something, again, that we're thinking about, trying to make it easy for the customer at the station, and that someone could be working beside them making another meal, but we don't want anything to happen to their meal. So yeah, so the frozen part of the seafood, it just takes, make sure all your protein and all the worth is there, and then it helps in our soup handling for sure too. And yeah, and it's not, hasn't something that we haven't, have had frozen, thawed, and then you're gonna freeze again. We certainly don't want that.
Because that's something that can actually happen in the grocery stores, where you think you're buying fresh fish, but really they've also gotten it frozen and have thawed it, and you might be freezing it again when you get home.
Exactly. So we want to eliminate all those freeze thaws, because there is a deterioration as that happens often. So we just eliminate it.
Excellent. So
here's your caper butter. So capers are something that, it's not something I would have had in my fridge just to throw into a butter. So.
Unless you bought it for a recipe and it's just kind of hanging in there, and you've got a 3/4 of a jar of capers just hanging in there since 2007 or something like that.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. And again, it exposes, you might have a 5-year-old at home, or a 7-year-old, or an 8, or a 15-year-old that's never had a caper. It exposes them to another ingredient.
Absolutely. Love that. So I've got my butter into this little portion cup, all ready to go. All right, it's time to make the first meal that I picked up at Supperworks this week, and today I'm going with haddock with Tarragon Caper Butter. And so this morning, when I decided on what I was going to make, I just popped it out of the freezer because I had frozen the bag when I got home the other day. And I just let it thaw slowly on the counter. Had I not have been home today, I would have taken it out last night and let it thaw slowly in the fridge overnight. So what I've done here is I've just removed the thawed fish from the plastic bag, and I've just kind of soaked up the excess liquid with a paper towel. So I'm just gonna move this off to the side now, and I'm just going to season. Anybody who knows me knows I love to season. I'm using Epicure's seasonings here tonight. So I've got some minced garlic, so I'm just gonna go ahead and add some minced garlic. Then I'm going to do some salt. And last but not least, just a little bit of pepper, and this is a pepper blend. Then right in the bag that I brought my meal home in, I'm going to go ahead and just dump this remember we put together a little container of flour over at Supperworks, so I'm just going to open this, dump it in the bag. I'm just gonna throw my seasoned fish right in there, all 6 pieces. I'm gonna seal it up, give it a good shake so that everything's really well coated in this flour here. So the instructions said to prep this meal, to cook the fish on the stovetop, and you can absolutely do that. But it's such a beautiful day out today. We're gonna go ahead and enjoy some grilled fish. And so I've got my baking sheet prepped here. I'll just get rid of this. And I've got my baking sheet all prepped here, and so I'm just gonna grab the fish from the bag, kind of brush off any extra flour, because we don't really need all that flour. We just want it a little bit coated, and get this fish ready to go on the grill. And as you can see behind me here, I've got my trusty Instant Pot going, and that's my brown rice cooking in there. So I just put in the brown rice, so it was a serving of 1 3/4 cups, and I added 2 3/4 cups of water to it, and I set it for 22 minutes. So this is just about ready, and my grill is heating up outside. So we'll get started with this and show you the next step in just a second. Okay, so our fish has been grilling for just a few minutes. We've flipped it once, and now we're ready to add some of our lemon caper tarragon butter that we made over at Supperworks the other day. So we're just gonna go ahead, pop the grill open. There's the fish. And I'm just gonna add a tiny little spoonful of butter on each one of these pieces of fish so that it could melt on there and get really nice and gooey. And you'll notice we're grilling the fish on this grilling mat here, and what that does is it stops the, first of all, it enables us to cook fish directly on the grill, which a delicate piece of fish like haddock usually would get really flaky and might break on the grill. And so that's enabling us to do that here. And plus, you see there's hardly any smoke coming off the barbecue right now. That's because this mat is stopping any of the fat or the liquid from dripping down underneath the grill and feeding the flame. So we're not getting any of that, like, that dreaded black crust on our fish. So I'm just gonna go ahead, close up the grill, and let it finish cooking for another couple of minutes and get the veggies going at the same time, and then after that, dinner's ready. So we just brought our fish inside. Look how delicious that looks, and look how convenient this is with that silicone mat on the barbecue grill too. You can just go ahead and transfer it onto a cookie sheet. So the fish is ready, the rice is done in the Instant Pot. The very last step is to cook the vegetables. And it looks like this is gonna be pretty easy too. So I've got a mixture of oil and seasonings in here, so I'm just gonna go ahead and scrape that into my hot pan. The sizzle is a good sign that it's nice and hot. Great. Ooh, definitely smells like some curry in there. That smells amazing. And so now I've got the warm kale crunch, and I'm just gonna go ahead and dump the veggies from the bag. So this is thawed as well. I've added my seasonings, and I'm just gonna give this a good stir. And we want these to stay crunchy, so there's no need to cook them for too long. I really like to use a cast iron pan. First of all, it gives off good flavor. If you're seasoning it properly with oil every time you're using it and after you're done using it, virtually it becomes non-stick without any of those questionable non-stick ingredients. And also, I really enjoy it because it actually transfers some of the iron into your food, therefore increasing your food's iron content. And so most of us could, especially women, could use a little bit of extra iron in your diet, and just using a cast iron pan to cook your food every day will help with that. So I'm just gonna give these veggies a stir. Oh, this looks great. I don't know if you can see there. Look at that. We've got some carrots, we've got kale, Brussels sprouts, and some cabbage in here. What a great mix. So I'm just gonna go ahead, cook these up, and plate, and we're ready to eat dinner. And there you have it. Dinner's ready. That was really easy, honestly, guys. And look at this beautiful balanced plate. So we've got our grains, we've got some brown rice, we've got our protein, which is the fish, and we've got lots of colorful veggies balancing out our plate there. This is a meal that has every component you need on there to keep you feeling full and satiated for a long time. I was going to say until your next meal, but this is dinner, and so really until tomorrow morning. So I'm ready to dig in, and wow, this smells amazing. I'm just really looking forward to tasting this. So thank you, Supperworks, for making my dinner so easy this evening.